I think we're here. We're live. Don't have anything on screen. Seems to be a problem. Wait. Found it. Sometimes, just sometimes, I'd like for this shit to work the first time. Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, I need to get myself a little checklist and put it on a wall. You do this, you do this, you do this, you do this, then you go live. Alright, so we're here. I'm here anyway. 1948 S. Got my water, got my coffee, got my coins, my scope, and I'm ready to go. The only thing I don't have is anybody here watching. So I'm hoping this is actually even showing up. Okay, so let's get started. Let's see here. And get this knocked down to size. Right over here. And this over here. There we go. There we go. Got that taken care of. All right. There we go. There's Dirty Water. There's Kurt Pierce. I just wanted to be sure there was going to be somebody in here watching. All righty. So I have a 1948 S roll here. The tape wants to play nasty with me, so I'm going to cut this roll open. Scalpel. Suction. There we go. She's all done. Oh, man. There's some shiny bright coins in here. Well, I can't wait to get started. Let's just do it. Mark Thomas. First coin. Bit of a weak strike around the A, but we do have a split lower serif RPM here. Split lower serif RPM, and not real familiar with double dies on the 48, whether or not we have any on the reverse or not. It's either 48S or 48D that we had that double die reverse on that was interesting from another time. It's one of our other reveals. All right, coin number 1, RPM. Let's do coin number 2. Kurt, I do metformin, pioglitazone, and Ozempic. And those together seem to work really well. For my diabetes anyway. They screw with my belly. But, okay, so this is another, it's a different RPM. We've got clash in the throat. Some north and south die scratches in the area. So we've got a double lower serif on this one. Check and see what's on the other side here. Naya. All right. Second different RPM so far. Second coin in the roll. Let's check one for Farm Dog. And I've got nothing for an RPM. No doubling on the obverse. Big die crack on the reverse. Other than that, nothing. Yeah, Ozempic is. I don't mind it. I don't mind, what I have to go through. It's just a matter of getting used to it. I've got to figure out how to put my big boy pants on and just deal with it. This one is not an RPM either. Don't see anything obverse like on this, and nothing reverse like either. Pretty weak strike on some of these here. Well, now, how come it is, Kurt Pierce, that you went from number 2 to number 1 within a single? That's weird. One single comment, you go from number 2 to number 1. I don't really understand how that works. I don't know what those are for. I wish I could just turn it off because they don't make sense. Oh, unless sure make no sense. I don't see anything there. Nothing on my eye. Presto. Alright. Already established that's a non-die variety die pair. Jackalope Herbmaster. Is that another? It's another example of the other. So far we've got 2 RPM dies and we've got 2 dies that have nothing else on them. This is the second of the 2 dies that have nothing on them. It's got the little TP of die scratches above the 1. Let's move on to coin number 7. Paul Hampton. I know these coins were rather expensive, folks, but if you look at the retail pricing for rolls of 1948S original rolls, you're looking at numbers that will be easily $200, if not $300. 48S is becoming one of the more difficult ones to find. All right, coin number 8 to Stan. Stanhorn, what are you getting there, brother? I see nothing. Nothing there. Yeah. Price is likely to soar. Very true. So very true. So very true. Well, I may just be picking the right time to kind of get out of selling and throw everything out there for bids. Hey, there we go. There's a nice one. Nice RPM right there. Nice, nice. Who's that for? Brad. One for Brad. That's different from the other 2. Gotta have that ice cold water. Basically, for the last 2 weeks I've had kind of an upset belly. And it's not a sickly thing, it's just unusual and I don't like it. There's one of the first die out of the roll. Another, it's a relatively minor split lower serif. Good stuff. Good stuff. What did Brad Anderson get? Oh, RPM. I'm stupid. All right. Coin number 11 now, Beth Land. Got nothing. That's that TP of die scratches above the 1. Marks one of our 2, so far 2, normal dice. But we will be doing an auction come Tuesday. I will be doing reveals again this coming week, and I will be doing an auction come Tuesday. Sorry, Andre, I don't speak Czech. But welcome to the channel. I can't even pretend to speak Czech. It looks like it might be another RPM there. Buttercup. Hello, Eric. There's the person that can speak Czech. Eric, speak Czech to our new friend. Oh, no, wait a minute. That's not Czech. It's Canadian you speak. That's right. Oh. Speak some Canadian. Maybe they'll understand you. You darn tootin', you know, eh? Ah, there's another RPM. This is kind of stuff we've been running into, Eric. This little minor split lower serif RPM. We got one that's actually pretty nice RPM. The rest of them are kind of minor. So far. Hey. There you go. Be a newt in a boot. Let's see if I can keep this straight here. There's one for Chuck. And Chuck, that's an unusual little divot in the rim right there. And Chuck gets one of the first die come out of the roll. It's a real thin but nicely split lower serif. Yeah, got that thing in the lip area too, a little die scratch in the lip area. Alright, on to coin number 16. This one for Senor Huarbe. What? A 48 plane? What's up with that? This was a taped roll. I had no idea what was in it, but it isn't all 48S evidently. Or I guess I'll give you something back on that. It's kind of unfair. Let me write down Alex gets credit on this one. Arr, arr. All right, let me see here. 848. Alex.
Can you go to the vet at 4:50 today or
Yeah,
not?
yeah, sure.
Would tomorrow be better?
I can do today.
Okay.
All right.
Yes. 4:50 would be great.
Ant comes up next. Had a mouse in your beer. Or is that, did you found a moose in your beer? There's another one. That's the nice one there. That's the nice one. That's the pretty one. That one's going to go to Ant. Mr. Ant gets a nice one. That right there's purty. Roger. Raj. You got a normal coin here, I think. Yep, got a normal one. Looks like I'm going to get to spend more money with the vet today. Otis. Oh man, very early die state. That's sharp as sharp gets. Got nothing on it on the mint mark area. Let's keep checking. See what else there could possibly be here. Nothing on this obverse, but man, that is an early die state. Really nice. They don't come that sharp very often. Reverse is actually pretty nice on this one too. It's not nearly as early though. This reverse had probably 40,000 coins underneath it before the obverse was hung to make coins. And it shows, man, that obverse is super early. Really nice. Good one for Otis. Coin number 20 now for Mickey. So it's been decided for me that I'm doing my other reveals tomorrow. This one looks like it could be an RPM as well. Or maybe not. It's got the same markers as one I've not been calling an RPM. Let's find out for sure. It is very, very slight on the lower serif. I don't think we can count that though. It's just too minor. Barely there, you know. One of those. Kurt Pierce. Normal coin for Kurt. Number 22 now for Alex. Looks like this was an ender. Got toned. This side's nice and bright. Not there. Let's see what we've got coming up next here. Number 23 for Carl. What does Carl get? Yeah, it's another normal one. It's got that TP above the 1. Normal coin. Now we go to number 24. Dan the Man. That one's one of the nice ones there. Nice repunch mint mark. Looks like we may actually have a tripled mint mark there. I think your lower serif has 2 splits in it. Yeah, just 1 split. It is there. It's got a single split on it though. Get my lighting back straight again. Trying to do everything with one hand and it don't work well. Every time I move that darn lighting, I gotta move it again. Alright, let's keep up the hunt. Number 25, Mr. Patillo. Chuck gets one of the early die state coins. I don't think this one's the same die. I think this is a different early die state die. But dude, really, this is nice. I'll make this a little bit brighter. Man, that's pretty much as early as they can come. This is where I'm always tempted to look for really, really minor stuff because you can find it on these. So a gentleman by the name of Del Romines, who studied die aging and die state a number of years back. He was a die variety collector. Passed away a long time ago. But anyhow, he had this thing where he would tell people probably about 90% of all coins made are double dies. It's just a matter of how minor are you going to look and how early die state are you willing to settle for the only visible ones being. It's another one of the same die again. This one's for Roger Borland. You guys with these early die state coins need to get a really good look at them because early die state like this is not easy to find. These are very early die state, very sharp. Very sharp. Absolutely beautiful. All right, number 27 now for Alex. Now you can see the obvious difference. This is a mid-die state here. This has got our TP above the 1, so it's going to be normal. But that's mid-die state. You got some feathering happening on the outside edges of the rims. Now number 28, back to Mark. And Mark is, yeah, I think that's our first little minor RPM. It might be. I'm going to put it in the stack with the others. I agree with that, Eric. Sissy, up next. Let's see what we get for Sissy. Nice. Nice little split RPM there. Split lower serif on the S. And then Carl. Just so you know, the schedule of events, we'll be having 2 more reveals. On my side of the boat, we'll be having 2 more reveals tomorrow. Gotta cut this one short because I have to take the dog to the vet. But here's Evolution Revolution. First coin for Evolution Revolution on the Copper Coins channel. Gets one of the minor little RPMs. It's die number 1 for the roll. Yeah, so it looks like Eric and I will be planning for space tomorrow, because that'll pretty much take up the day. 4 reveals, about 4 hours worth. And then Monday we'll be doing a reveal show where we will be selling spots in future reveals. And then Tuesday, oh, okay, so I'm doing them tomorrow. Eric could be doing them Saturday. But anyhow, then Tuesday will be an auction, be the first of, I'm sure, many clearinghouse auctions where I will be selling inventory at selling prices that make the stuff grow legs, because it does not need to be here taking up space any longer. You fine ladies and gentlemen would be able to take advantage of my closing down years and years worth of dealing in coins. I will continue to sell coins probably until the day I die, but I'm not going to have the bulk and rolls and other inventory that I have no purpose in keeping. My only purpose is selling it, so that's what's going to happen. Move my price points down so that you guys can get good deals. Here's number 36 now for Ant. I'm going to try to get my garage space cleaned out, which means pretty much selling all of my... Eric, I'm not sure about that. The stuff in the online store, I'm probably just going to leave the way it is. But I may be taking stock out of the online store and putting it in auction instead. But yeah, the rolls that I'm holding for my online inventory are going to remain as they are. I don't think they're going to change any. Ooh, there's another one. Another one of the pretty ones. Yes, sir. Nice. That one's for Kirk Pierce. Now number 39 on to Sissy. Let's see what we have for Sissy. It's one of those possibly might be an RPM, but I don't think so. That will be the very last thing that goes in my life, Brian. When I decide to retire for good and be done, that's what will get sold. But until then, I still plan on using them because I'm not retiring altogether. I'm just retiring from selling. I've decided that I don't want to sell coins in bulk. Bulk deals, bulk rolls, bags, weighed boxes of rolls and stuff like that. I'm working on selling all that out. There we go. Another one of the RPMs. Wow, it's a good question, Erica. I don't know. If Eric wants to keep doing reveals, he can definitely keep doing reveals, but here within the next 6 months or so, I'll be done with them. There's another one of them. Pretty. Like it, like it, like it. Hey, hey, farm dog. Yeah, no, the master collection stays with copper coins pretty much. So when I'm gone or when I'm done and finished, whoever buys copper coins gets that reference set with them. That'll be one of the last things that goes before I'm dead and gone, or even after I'm dead and gone. One way or the other, those will go last. That. What about Adam Chambers? I don't think I'm ready to open up roll reveals to anybody else. There's one of our first die RPM. See, the thing about it is the person or people who are doing roll reveals also have to be people who are photographing coins and in the back end of copper coins attributing and adding die information. Can't just do reveals because you got a nice voice and a pretty roll of coins. Doesn't work that way. I'm supposed to have a doctor's appointment come in the next couple of weeks. I'm supposed to get my flu shot as well. Four coins left. It's the first of those four for Brad. There's one of our first RPM out of the roll there. Yeah, I just want to remind again that the two other reveals I've got scheduled for today are going to be moved to tomorrow. We'll take care of those tomorrow. And then Monday, we will be doing a reveal show where we will be selling spots in this coming week's reveals. Then Tuesday, I will have the first of many inventory sell-off auctions. I'll be working to unload myself of some of the inventory I've got. Taco John. I'm going to start with memorial rolls and late wheat rolls. That's a nice one right there. That's just pretty. Taco John gets one of them too. I've got like 7 or 8 of these now in this roll. Think about it this way, Doug. I'm going to be able to enjoy the golden years of my life because I'm set for it. I don't have to worry about having a job or going out and making money or anything. I've got what I need. All right, well, that is it for this roll. I guess I'm done for the day. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And we'll see you next time around for another roll reveal. Eric, I'm going to be on tomorrow, and Eric is going to be on Saturday. Right, yeah, pretty much. That's kind of what we're talking about. Just a buy-sell type thing and not necessarily trying trying to keep a store open. I've probably got 5,000 rolls that I need to get rid of. And I don't want to deal in rolls, and I don't want to deal in bags and stuff like that anymore. I just want to deal in single coins, and I've got so many of those. It's going to take me the rest of my entire life to get those even sorted, organized, and put together. So I want to get to work on that, and I can't do that if I'm concentrating so much on selling a bunch of bags of wheat pennies. It's just not my gig. So that's what I'm talking about. Anyway, I appreciate it, folks. You guys have a great evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Be well.